right, welcome to the show. We've got a debutant, but also, he had a dry run, Rob. He's on for the second time.
How are you
First time
guys?
officially. We've got Layla on. Have you been on before? Eddie, okay. Eddie, all right, Eddie,
Anthony,
Mr.
Lay
Majika. Mr. Majika. We've got Sub. He's a regular. Welcome.
Welcome.
And then we've got Rico and me. We're always here. So,
thanks for having me, boys.
no, it's all right, any time. Thanks for coming on. Well, we got very minimal MMA news to talk about. I don't know if any of you guys watch the fights. Did you boys watch the fights?
I did.
Yeah. My guy Rico, he watched the fights. There was only one card on this week.
I like to call it the calm before the storm.
Yeah. They do that. The UFC are doing that recently. They're putting on the fight nights. They're teasing you.
Yeah.
They're teasing you, and then they put on
I think in the fight world in general,
Yeah.
April is stacked. So I think like these next 2 weeks are going to be very silent, very quiet.
Yeah.
Like come
Well,
April,
they've got to
man.
be ready because you got Bellator doing huge things in April. You got ONE FC doing massive things in April.
No, UFC and boxing.
Yeah. Big April, I guess. They obviously the promoters and that know how the trends of the business works. People are spending their money. People want to, holidays are over. They're getting bored. So some huge things happening in April. We got, local. Or not Australian George Kambosos fighting for 4 world titles is huge. Like we said, one championship. We've got some huge cards. I've got 4 on. Bellator's got the massive Grand Prix on. I'm super excited for that. But yeah, the UFC's always bringing. Let's be honest, they're bringing the heat all the time.
Are there any street fights happening?
Wow,
Waterloo.
nothing organised.
Waterloo,
Nothing
you reckon?
organised.
Yeah, I've called him
Show
out.
the camera at your forehead. What happened there, Blue?
Yeah, gotten a big punch on, man. Nah, not really. The scaffolding, I've got a sign.
Work
that I
related?
erect. Yeah, it's work related.
You should file a claim.
Compo. Blue.
Yeah, I should sue the old cunt that I live with. Fucking hell. Yeah, I got a song for him. Nah, the scaffolding just fell straight on my head. I went to grab the imaginary pole. I think I've been listening to too much Beatles in the day. I thought it was there, and then whoop. That's it.
Man's taking some big shots. None bigger than what I think the biggest shot I've seen him take accidentally. Well, I didn't see it, but I heard it was in South Africa. And that was nasty, man. Of like a pure
Thump.
What happened in South Africa?
Slap,
Bro,
like,
we get there. We call dibs, right? We're in like a 2-story townhouse thing. 2-story townhouse thing. Sav's like, I want upstairs. Tone shotgun downstairs, double bed. I was like, I'll take whatever. I was like, Sav, just watch your head, yeah? He's like, yeah, done. Let me just unpack. You've travelled with Sav, you know the Sav unpack.
Yeah.
Just launches the suitcase.
Yeah.
Lays down. He's like, oh, let's go do something. Gets up and you just hear this. Just completely
you knew it. Like you heard it and you just knew it. I will
It wasn't like
you
a
hurt your
smack.
head.
No,
was
it was
just like
a thud.
Like
I want to
boom.
correct the Spartan. My biggest shot was on Pornhub. Fucking hell, Lalo, Eddie, who are you?
I'm trying to find out myself.
That was it. I fucked myself up there.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the to bring it back, but the MMA news. We'll get through that and then we'll get some conversation going on because this is going to get out of hand today. Yeah, let's be honest. So we had Bilal Muhammad and Leon Edwards, which Leon Edwards, just had a shocking.
My head like I know what the
Yeah. Leon Edwards just had a shocking run. You know what I mean? In terms of luck, I mean, no luck going his way, but you know what I mean. A testament to him. He's he come out, he looked great. He fought well. You can tell he didn't have a chip on his shoulder. So. No, MMA fight, and he was doing really well. I thought he was fighting awesome in the first round. He looked strong, and that head kick was money. Yeah. And then I thought in the second he's gonna do his business and finish this guy off, and then unluckily, man,
I forgot how rangy he is.
Yeah, you know what? I'll be the first to say I've never really seen him fight. Yeah. I've seen highlights here and there, but I've never really seen him. I was quite impressed, man. Yeah. But do you think he deserves the shot against Usman?
No,
yeah,
Sound of the North.
I mean, yeah. That's at least 3 times an episode that happens.
Freedom right there, mate. It's freedom.
We've learned
to tune that out, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's just normal for me and him now. So I personally think for him, I would want another fight before I fought Usman.
I don't think Bilal Muhammad, but I think another, a good guy. Bilal Muhammad, in this COVID season, he's fought 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah.
So, going into this one against Leon Edwards, he has ring rust. to say. And
Dominic
he just
Cruz.
completely out-dominated him.
Yeah, he did. He looked far better. He looked really good. I thought he looked like really strong. And that's why I'm sort of disappointed for him because personally, I think he was going to win that fight.
Yeah.
Personally, but then you never know. And I can see why Muhammad was a bit upset when he wrote that tweet. You know what I mean? Did you see his tweet?
Yeah.
He sort of had a goal. Him like, who do you know? Like, why the fuck do you think you won? Like, it was still going. Anyway, but as a fan, I thought he was going to bring it home.
Yep.
Does he deserve a rematch?
It's hard to say. Leave that for the match.
Leave that to the suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll leave that to them. We'll see what comes out of it. There was a big knockout. You had Dan Ige.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
He
I
just
didn't see it.
flatlined the guy, man.
It was all over
Just
the
leant
screen.
off the line and with a big right hand and just went, shut the lights out, man. He wanted to make a statement there because the guy wanted to make a statement on him and move up. And he was sort of like, you're not ready, you know what I mean? Like, there's levels to this game. He done that.
And then Ryan Spann's TKO knockout.
That was yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Left? I think it was a left.
He dropped him, and then he got it. Yeah, he scrambled back up. Then he finished him. So that was a big. There was another. No, Dan Aggie was the other big knockout that I seen. I didn't get to see all the card. I seen bits and pieces.
Wasn't the best card.
Yeah,
but again, it was something to talk about.
Yeah. No, exactly. So
Like, 2 weekends in a row, 2 fucking stoppages in the main event. So, as in. Like no contests.
Yeah. I mean, and in terms of
Eric Anders got done with an illegal shot as well.
Who? Eric Anders.
Eric Anders, he fought on that card. I think.
What did he get done?
An illegal knee again.
Well, I've seen for the first time ever in my history of watching any combat sports. I don't know if you've seen it and if you're shocked by this, but it was the first ever time I've seen a female take a groin shot, have to stop. Like I was like, what?
That begs a question.
I didn't even know. But I didn't know it was a rule.
Politically correct term, groin shot.
Yeah, it's a vagina shot to be exactly, or as we would say.
What would you call it, Sab?
Sav, give us the Urban Dictionary.
Twat shot.
Twat, cunt, punt.
Yeah, that's the last one. Someone wrote that to me. Someone wrote that to me. Like, don't you mean cunt punt? I was like, yeah, what if you want to? But I thought that was interesting.
If I was fighting, I'd headbutt that place.
Yeah, but you're street. You're street level, man.
Wait, with a chick, I'm talking.
Hey, why are you fighting?
But why Don Mackay is going to train me to be the first girl Aboriginal boxer for Australia.
Transgender.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
Non-binary.
I can't wait to jump in the shower with the girls. Oh, wow, they can hang a wet towel off it.
So yeah, that was it. I gotta say that was actually quite funny. That was the first time I ever seen something like that. But yeah, that's about all that really came out of the weekend.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really to talk about in terms of nothing really to talk about up and coming news. I haven't seen nothing.
No, we already touched on most of the
Yeah, I
stuff
mean last
anyway.
week was a roller coaster for the UFC. This week was just I guess a Sunday drive. So on to next. Who's fighting this week coming up?
I think we've got another fight night this week?
Another fight night.
Or is it not? No, there was surely there's something on because then on the 27th there's the Stipe.
They're fighting next weekend,
Yeah.
Stipe, and that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
The rematch, and the winner of that gets John Jones, which is going to be even bigger. So that's huge to see. I know Jimmy Crute's fighting soon. John Jones,
Stipe Miocic and Ngannou.
I like watching Jimmy fight ever since we saw
Jimmy
him.
Crute. Yeah, no, Jimmy Crute's a talent, man. Seriously, he's a gun.
Did he fight on the UFC here in Adelaide?
No,
He did.
But
Remember we watched him in Melbourne?
we saw his debut fight.
Yeah,
Wow.
Diego.
We saw his debut
When
fight.
Diego fought his second fight, and he fought Mike Turner.
Wow.
No, was it Mike Turner? No, he fought Ben Keller, I think some name like that.
Years.
Yeah. So that he's honestly to me he can make a huge run at the light heavyweight, especially with John Jones out the way. I hate being that guy, but I don't see him beating the John Jones.
Who did Jimmy Crute get? It's a big name.
Yeah, he's fighting Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith.
Yeah, he was meant to fight
Johnny Walker.
Who Johnny Walker's ruined his career with the worm. Like he actually
Oh, no.
he celebrated to do the worm, went down, dislocated the shoulder. He's never been the same again.
Oh, man.
So that's interesting. Yeah, he literally has. And his last win was against the bloke that won on the weekend with the Superman chest. The black guy won, knocked the guy out.
Ryan
Personal
Spann.
Yeah. He knocked. That was a sick fight. That was a really good fight. So Jimmy's coming up. That's going to be a good fight for him.
Yeah.
In terms of Australian,
There's another one that got announced today. I'd have to get it up again.
Then you got obviously Martin Nguyen, who's another Australian. He's fighting on the 14th. He's fighting a Korean guy. Yeah, Sab's birthday. So
Powerful. powerful day.
So hopefully he'll win. And then you got Anglar coming up and that. So we'll touch those on that when they get a bit closer. But that's really the only real news that I know of.
And speaking about powerful,
Oh yeah.
like the CD, hey,
You might need a crane to lift that. It's heavy as hell.
it's not my
Is
hand.
it still on sale?
Yeah, subsworld.com. Pick up a copy of
Yeah, but
the
is
new
it still
gospel,
is the
man.
sale still running from 10 million to 10?
Yeah, and the special sale, look, just because I'm a good bloke, it's reduced from $10 million down to $10. That's because I'm a good kid.
Good
Alright.
bloke.
Yeah, rock on. Heavy as fuck.
There we go. Subs World hot off the press and
So
hot to touch.
Available on the website.
Yeah, on the website.
On the website, or 3 o'clock Sunday here out the front.
Oh, wait, there's also another way to get it. If you're a hot babe, you can get one for free. But, inquire on the Snapchat.
So for up and coming stuff, we've got this weekend Derek Brunson's fighting Kevin Holland in the main
That
event.
was the one I was. Yeah.
You got this is a good fight. I think that Gillespie's fighting Riddell. Brad Riddell was the co-main event. I think that's going to be a really good fight. Gillespie's one that got knocked out by Kevin Lee with that nasty head kick. That was a bad one. Yeah, most Australians might know him as Dizzy, but it's not him. It's not him. Tai Tuivasa. Tuivasa, sorry, he's back.
Bam Bam.
He's fighting, and then
Bam Bam's good to follow on the socials.
yeah,
man.
I've got to
He's
say,
actually- he's
Eddie
laugh.
sent a very funny video to me.
Are we talking...
Bam Bam Tuivasa.
No.
No, yeah, no. You're thinking of other Bam. No, he was with one championship. I haven't heard much about him in a long time. There doesn't look like any real names jumping off the card for this one for me. Besides the top three, so that's good. You got New Zealander boy and Brad Riddell, and you got Ty in an Australian. You got Derek from Sanford. So
Is he there for this one?
yeah, I'm pretty sure I think since he's been under Henry, he hasn't lost a fight. I think he's gone 3-0, maybe 4-0. So that's good. And then one championship, they've got the card on. They've got the lightweight world title champion for the Super Series kickboxing. You got Ursel, the guy that I fought on his card, versus Hayada. I can't say that name. He's Italian actually. I'll run a Robbie's mate. What's his name? Hayad.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you a hiding.
Is that an Italian name, Rob?
Hey, come on, that's Italian. That's not bad.
Come on, Blue.
That's not bad,
Italy, but
Eddie.
he'd be,
Some
immigrant.
Romanian or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a few. There's a lot of Italian fighters, and none of them really. There's another. Italian,
They live in Italy,
but
fight out of
he's
Italy.
Italian. This guy, I reckon.
That German guy back.
Then you got the. Who's that?
Hitler. He's
Oh, none of that. None of that, please. Then you got an Australian, Alma Junku. Can you? What's that name?
Who is he?
No, it's a girl. What's that last name?
Nah.
You guys are gonna make me have to do so much
Juniku.
editing, man.
Junie Koo.
Juniku.
She's fighting.
What, mate?
I'm trying here. She's fighting Janet Todd.
I must say, I'm pretty good at pronouncing names, but Robbie over here, man.
Well, you'd think he's got that bilingual tongue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's well travelled.
Well travelled.
Yeah. And then Alex Silva's fighting. The strawweight, he's fighting. Well, here we go. We'll give him a Japanese guy. Let's see if we can get this one.
Hiroba Minowa.
Well, damn. Fucking hell. He's
I thought I
unparalleled.
was at the stadium.
Yeah.
In Tokyo.
And no other real huge fights on that card. There's a few cards.
Adrian Danino's got a massive fight coming up as well.
Who's he got?
He's got his mind to fight against.
I thought. Well, now that's all the news we got so far. So
To segue off,
yeah.
do you want to give just a bit of a tribute to Marvelous Marvin Hagler?
Yeah.
Passed on. Unfortunately, to this fucking bullshit vaccine.
Yeah, but is that true? Is that
Yeah,
true?
it's true.
How true is that?
Yeah, it's plastered all over my feed, man.
What happened?
So apparently, yeah. Sorry, go
Marvin
on.
Hagler, former boxing world champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got the vaccination literally after that. Started getting
Had a reaction to it.
fell into intensive care and then
Passed
his
away.
body couldn't
Look,
fight it.
Fuck.
What if Marvin's just trying to stay relevant? He said that he found it all over his feed.
Yeah, but
And
what's
what
he
else
gonna
would
do
they
now?
put up there?
Why
Sorry,
would
mate.
you
just
pass? Once
saying.
you're done now.
But look,
You
I
fool.
might. But either way, sorry, sorry to hear the news about Marvin. But I want to put my 2 cents in.
Yeah,
That's
so
all.
now that was a bit
Because
of a.
maybe sometimes people just rope it in, just to.
Well, that's honestly, and that's why I asked the question to Rick, because
So
I don't
I'm
know. I just feel
skeptical.
like
I'm
you know.
not
I mean,
wearing
I don't
pants.
believe everything I read, and I'm seeing a lot of like COVID deaths from the vaccine, and I'm like, how come no one's paying attention? Or I don't know. And I'm like, is it true? Is that why people aren't paying attention? Yeah, you know what I mean? Because then I find that weird. Because one minute you got the mainstream media going with it, then they're against it. And I'm like, they just creating, I don't know. There's any? Hey, here's a call out. I don't know. We don't have a huge listener base, but I mean, do you know anyone who's had the vaccine? Do you?
No.
That's it.
I had the vaccine.
Actually, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do friends overseas in Holland.
Okay.
In Holland.
There's a girl we know as well that had it done,
And
and she on her Instagram and that.
Who?
The nurse.
Natty. She
she
had it.
had it done.
Yeah, she had it.
Maro.
And how did she go?
And she still won't let me inject her.
But
Bloody filth in her, mate.
Rick's
But
gonna have a tough job, bro.
he's been editing all
It's
day.
open forum. So
I'm not going to do any editing.
No,
Fuck
you have
yous,
to,
man.
you have to, you have
You guys are going to.
Well,
dig
yeah,
your own
yeah.
hole.
Hey, if you're not going to edit it out, tag her in. Make sure she knows. Fucking,
boy.
don't let it go to waste. But my point.
Going back, so Thomas Hearns, former boxer as well, he's the one that came out and said that it was because of the vaccine.
Okay, but then how come? Or I'd like. Is Natalia fine? Is that Natalia? Natalie?
Natalia, yeah.
Yeah. And how's she?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her about it. I can find out.
Oh, man, she had it done. She was partying. She's living.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like,
But then again, she's a young girl, man. Like,
That's right,
you know,
people
like,
react differently,
Yeah, people
you
react
know?
yeah, no,
differently.
and
She's young, you
and
know?
maybe so. But I would. It's hard for me to believe a death via vaccine unless I really knew someone that died from it.
Why do you think?
It works both ways, bro.
She might
You know
have
what
a
I mean?
good
People don't
immunity.
believe the virus. People don't believe the vaccine. It's everyone.
Yeah,
If you want to
yeah.
get it, go get it. man.
100%.
But don't
no,
fuck it.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
try.
yeah.
Don't tell me to get it. You do what you want to do.
exactly right.
And don't look
Pro-freedom.
down on me and judge me because I don't want
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
it's
You
pro-
do
it's
you. I'm doing me.
The only problem that guys like us are going to run into, and I am with you here. I agree with you 100%. But the problem is when they start saying things like, "Oh, you can't bring your kids to daycare. You can't bring your kids to school."
That's
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
real life
Can't
Nazism, man.
In a way, they're strong arming you into it. They're saying we're not saying don't.
But
We've
if
spoken
you
about
don't,
this,
you can't eat
Yeah, but
groceries.
if you
Yeah.
don't,
Stay
yeah.
home
Can't
and
buy
look
groceries.
after your kids then.
Yeah, that's another one. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
there's so
interesting.
many people are
That's
like,
a big
oh no, I
joke.
want to get the vaccine because I still want to travel.
Yeah,
That's bullshit,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I've had that discussion
You
with
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
people. I've never actually read the legislation that reads that with the vaccine you can fly. I don't know, and I just don't know how people keep coming up with this scenario. I'm confused by that. But and I think with all this information and the news and all that, I think I heard. I think it was I can't remember the actor's name. Denzel Washington, I reckon he said it. Yeah, Denzel. He says, if information is powerful, then being misinformed is dangerous, and it's true because when you're missing, and that's what I feel like the
You used that
media.
this morning.
Yeah, no, I
You
do. I
use that-
use it.
yeah, you did use
No,
that
I
this
do.
morning.
I do use it. Yeah, I did when I was speaking to Eddie about.
He used it to me yesterday.
Yeah, because it's true.
I thought you came
No,
up with
it's
that.
true. No, I didn't. I mean, no, yeah, I did. No,
I was
don't
like,
paraphrase.
shit, that's
Yeah,
it.
that was
No,
deep,
but it's
man.
true.
That was
No,
a
because when
deep
I heard
saying.
it, it was deep.
Tone,
It was
fuck,
deep.
yeah, no.
No, when I heard it was deep also for me. But you know what I mean. But I think that's
Thank
the
you,
truth.
Denzel.
Thank you, Denzel. It's even like Lee. Everything that he knows is it true? You know what I mean about the whole vaccine.
Nah.
The
Sorry.
vegan
trying to
stuff.
get
And I'm
laid.
not saying he's wrong or right, but I'm saying when you're misinformed,
Say that
you
again?
can make some errors.
He's trying to get laid like me.
But yeah, we can go around in circles and circles.
Yeah,
and this kind
yeah.
of stuff. But we're sitting here. Everyone here is well travelled, well seasoned. I reckon we should, delve into some of these stories that you guys have had overseas.
Oh.
You're
You're gonna have to change the.
Yeah,
You're gonna change the rating from
Now that-
PG to X, man.
Now that
Well, once Sav's on, whenever he's involved,
He's
it's toxic.
X-rated.
It's toxic. This room's boarded off like a fucking, like a chemical.
But it
zone.
might affect.
it's actually like the weather.
Some
It's
of the
like
story-
Chernobyl.
Some of our stories might affect some people here. Who
It's
don't.
true. No,
So
it is true. Yeah. So you got to.
I'm not looking at myself or.
Yeah.
I won't
I've seen some people do things overseas that were quite shocking also. We won't say
Oh,
those
what?
stories either. Well, you know, I'm just saying. Well, you know, what were you saying?
I'm just saying what we say.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
attacking me. He's attacking me.
No, I didn't attack you. I said we just
got
got
a punch in the
No,
invisible-
I agreed with you.
And then you added some sauce.
Oh, okay.
Well, what,
Oh,
I don't
no,
know. Why are you
don't know.
guys beating around the bush? Isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, what stories would you like to hear?
No, well, just in general, like Robbie's trip when he went to Italy for 6 months,
Well, tell us.
and his experience with Diego.
Oh, the experience with Diego was simple. There wasn't one.
yeah.
I mean, Diego was fighting his own internal warfare, so he didn't really
Well, then
come out too much. So I
relate
made
that
it.
to Africa as well.
made a lot of
yeah,
friends.
but I think, no, but I think through traveling, you learn a
I
lot.
want to hear some victory stories. Ask about me when I was in
a lot of
Napoli.
victory stories
Oh,
occurred
yeah.
when I was with Sub and
I,
T-Bar.
sure,
I
for
remember
sure.
at Napoli, I walked straight into the motel there, man. I picked up this Russian bird, man. She,
I've got to say, I've
great
and
fe-
I've
she gave me
openly
an
said it.
excellent fellatio.
I've got to say, and I've seen it many a time. You know, I mean, there's no one that's dominated the world like Sav in terms of that.
Sav's got a lot of poker badges, so to speak,
Oh,
man.
for sure. You know what I mean? And
If you were to estimate how many
How many
how many
stamps
yeah,
on your
stamps-
passport?
stamps on your passport.
I'd like to say I could at least say hundreds.
But you still haven't got your Mexican. You haven't got your Mexican stamp
yeah,
there.
Definitely.
Whoa.
You haven't got
Yeah,
your
I
Me-
definitely. Well, what happened in Mexico was something totally different.
Yeah, but
though,
that's the
man.
home village. That's the home village.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
I got to say, one of the most impressive feats I've ever seen him do. And I'll
But
give
they
it to
did
him.
call me Jesus in that.
Oh, well,
in
that's you'd
Mexico.
rather that, wouldn't you?
And you know what? And Jesus, and that's where I got the inspiration to write Bigger Than Jesus, because when I was there for those few days and everyone was calling it to me, even when I would stand in the window, I thought, fuck. Then I was in Chile and I sat down on the bed and looked out to the mountain. I thought, wow, people like, they just said it. I got to write it down.
So Mexico was
I've gotta turn it.
therapeutic.
Yeah, man, it was. But I was still would love to have a root. Well, yeah, I don't want to be called a liar.
I
Is
guess-
it, yeah, what were you gonna say before?
No,
you
I was saying probably the most honestly, and I've pretty much been everywhere with him. You know, there's only a few countries that him and I have been together with, and I think the most impressive feat that I ever seen was the one in Chile. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like what, an 18-hour
like not
turnaround?
yeah, but the thing is, it was like we were there for such a small period, and half the time he spent it with us, and then he's just like, you know what, fuck yous, I'm going.
I've never seen those eyes, man. The
and
eyes.
he
she got
pulled
it
a
on
chicken
live.
like fucking half an hour. I was like, how did he do that? Like,
And recorded it.
And I remember in Barcelona, we were there for 5 nights, and he had a girl every night, different girl every night. That was
Yeah, it's like
It's a
like,
sport. It's a sport for him.
for
man.
some,
it
it's
is.
a sport.
like Joe Rogan gets on these like massive guests, like CrossFit champions and this. We've got the man right here.
Yeah.
He's like conquered getting women. He's like black
Yeah.
belt in getting women.
You know what happened to Sub? I reckon you watched Wogboy, and when Frankie said it's how many roots you get that counts, you
Yeah.
took that as gospel.
I suppose it's always just a thing like that. It's a natural. I feel like it's a natural ambition of a male just to
Natural
do
instincts.
that and to want to just pollinate with all the flowers, you know, and test them out. You know, like yeah. I get to work.
I've
eh?
seen it, man. I've
Fucking
experienced it.
straight on the pavement, straight
Yeah.
on the apps,
Street level,
all
yeah, street
over,
level.
mate.
You're
Fucking oath.
virtual and street.
And Heavy Metal Thunder is a testament to that. And you know, well, me and all my buddies, no names, but we killed it. We all killed it as young guys, and that's why I had to make that movie
So-
to encapsulate that.
When someone
that
asks
vibe,
you,
man,
and when
yeah.
someone asks you, don't you ever want more with someone? What do you say? When someone says, don't you
Some-
want more? What's your
Some
response?
people's life's ambition don't belong in a relationship or whatever. That I'm not striving for that in my life. I'm not bored and I have passion.
Mm.
So, yeah, I mean, if girls come along, hey, let's hang out any day of the week.
It's all about the
anytime.
craft.
Yeah, it is all about the craft. You know, I've got
Guitar.
an addiction to an instrument. It's
Which
better than
instrument?
wanking.
The one attached to you or the guitar?
Yeah, both, man. They
I
feed
mean-
off each other.
I mean, really, like moving on. That's what the whole concept of this show is. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone's got their muse, you know, and that's why I invited Eddie on today. Then he also brought Robbie on. You know, Eddie's a guy who, you know, has taken a streetwear shop. which, there wasn't even really, I personally didn't know even an industry in the streetwear. And he built it to where he is today. And it's a passion, you know what I mean? It's a passion that I guess you only know that drive, that push. And that was one reason why I wanted to have Eddie on today. And even, talk about your business Fairfax, you know what I mean? Like, you took it from, a small business in Adelaide. And let's be honest, you've done a fucking awesome job.
He's created like a culture.
Yeah, he has, and I really think he has, and you know what I mean, and even to the people out there who go against him, and I won't say like name any brands, but they try to replicate the guy, and you can tell. And like, even though I'm his friend, I sit from the outside looking in, and I see people trying to replicate his business and what he's doing, but no one's doing a job like him. So Eddie, what made you get into this thing? Why did you choose streetwear? Why did you get into this? Like, tell us about it.
It started off as a kid, bro. My uncle. My Uncle Juan, he was like the cool uncle. I guess everyone's got the cool uncle, you know what I mean? He'd always rock the cool kicks, shoelaces untied. And I was like, man, this guy's cool. I want a pair of K-Swiss too. Remember the K-Swisses back in the day? And, the old boy, growing as a kid, yeah, my dad helped me a lot. But as you start getting a teenager, shoes go from $100 to, $250, $300. The old man. He put us through, Catholic school. Education was his main thing, So he was like, you got $100, you hustle, you get the rest yourself. Yeah. So, the uncles would help out. I'd go cut their lawns, sell bottles, do this and that, and I'd get my shoes. And they just started from there. I always liked expensive things.
Yeah. But I've always felt like with Eddie, because I grew up with you, no one used to support young kids. And I always felt Eddie was always doing stuff that was, so like even Savvy grew up with Eddie as well. Always doing something that no one else was doing, like dressing
ahead of his time, sort of thing.
Know what I mean? And I openly have said to him many times, "You wear things." I'm like, "That looks fucking stupid," and I always say, "But what? Probably in 2-3 years' time, everyone's going to be wearing it." And I never forget the iconic thing that always reminds me of you was the double cotton on polo, the singlet. Sorry, singlet. I was like, bro, I was captivated by that. I was like, "It's so fucking cool." Do you remember the double singlet, Sam? Went out and I bought about fucking 7 of them. I was like doing them. Yeah,
That's hectic.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean, and you've always been, I guess, a forward thinker in that sense, and you know what I mean. That's one, like, the passion of it. Where does it, like you said, so it comes from your uncle? And
a bit of it, yeah, a bit of it. Hip hop, obviously, is such a big inspiration for me. And now, I don't know, it's just cool, man. Like being a kid, going down the city and stuff, you never really get to see your favorite sneakers. To you guys, it's probably nothing, but when you see a pair of Air Force Ones or Jordan Ones, whatever, it's like, man, that's cool. And you see it now. I see it now when kids walk into the shop. They get their phones out and start recording, and it's like, man, I've built like a little museum for these kids, Yeah. There's so many kids are like, one day I'm gonna buy something from here, and that was me.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
That is cool. Even you know what I mean. I think even when you've taken us to different shops around the world, and we went in there, and I'm like, you know what I mean? If it's not the same, it's better. What you're doing, you know what I mean? You're ahead of even the guys all around
it's
the
definitely,
world.
Look, it can always, even with what I'm building here, it can always be better. And that's the mentality we all have as friends, I guess. If once you stop, and there's always someone working harder than you. So you got to keep going.
Yeah, that's why, you know what I mean? Like, it came off the thing that Sav, his passion, is rooting. Let's be honest, it is. It's a passion.
It's true.
In guitar. No, it is, he's got his passion.
He's got his garden.
And that's, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, this is like a boyhood passion, you know what I mean? That's a boyhood passion, he's driven, you know what I mean, for years. And even when I had Buko on, that's why I like to have these minds on. And hey, I know for me, why I get out of bed and do what I do, you know what I mean? And for me, sometimes I don't understand what you're all doing. And I want to just ask you the question.
Yeah, of course.
And I think, you know what I mean, what you do is interesting, and with your style, with your tattoos, with your clothes, you know what I mean, like
with the hair.
Yeah, your hair, everything you do. And I openly admit it, I'll give him shit about it, but I think he's a cool cat, you know what I mean?
One thing that's taken me back by all of you guys that I've learned coming in is that all of yous have a passion, and you're all very much involved in your passion, whether it be with soccer, photography, videography, and Sav and all of his passions. You, Eddie, you make a living out of it. Whereas a lot of people, 99% of the population, have a passion and then just die as it goes to shit because it's not realistic.
Because they become a part of the system.
But
that's right.
They need a 9 to 5 to pay their mortgages or pay the fucking bills and shit.
Because
they're living out of their means.
Well, one thing that's what I got to say, where passion is crazy, and what I find so interesting is, like, even though you had a passion, like, and you loved it, like, say with his guitar, and he put it in a great way. He's like, I play rock and roll music, not for money. I play it because I fucking love to play rock and roll music. Like, Rick started recording, not because the first thing was like, I can make a business out of this. Rick's like, man, I fucking love doing this. And then it's a great feeling when it's like you're always into it. Now you are, you know, the guy who changes the trends, who, you know, sells the things to the next generation. It's from passion to a career, and I find that to be amazing. You know, I mean, not everyone plays football. Like the AFL program will take you from juniors to the AFL.
Bro, you got
draft.
AFL players that don't even watch the games.
Yeah.
They fucking hate it.
But my point being is
They're just good at it.
But what I'm saying is that clear pathway. So if you know if you can just achieve those goals, you're probably going to make the AFL. Where you, man, you weren't doing it to like, oh, one day I'm going to have Fairfax. You were like, man, I'm just being Eddie. And you know what I mean? I find that to be super interesting with the way you've turned your passion into your career. And you know what I mean? And a lot of people around the world do this, you know what I mean? And I think that's what makes you truly happy is when you can grab your passion and you know, make it your life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, obviously, I didn't start the shop. Shouts out to Wells.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Who hey, without him, there would be no store, you know? I got to say that, honestly. Him, as well with Tom, a few of the boys, they started it up. But just as well as, you know, like you were talking about passion. He sent me a message and was like, look, man, this isn't my passion. It's not what I want to be doing anymore.
He was honest about it.
He was honest about it. We spoke, you know, we negotiated deals and, you know, what is it, 3 years now?
3 years.
3 years on, you know, we've renovated the store. We've turned it into something. That's my accounting team there.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, how does he know? Then I was like, yeah, he is. But that, and sorry to segue into it, even a guy like Robbie, like he spent his whole life to be an accountant. He became one, and fair enough, the system, once again, could have told him to stay there. And Robbie was like, you know, I don't want to be an accountant. Fuck yous. And he took the plunge. He's like, you know, backed out because he wasn't happy where he was. And you know, now he's doing, like, you love what you do. You're living a great life.
Now
tell us about you, because he also,
yeah, of course.
That's tell us about you.
Well, I started very much not knowing what I wanted to do, so I just followed in Dad's footsteps, doing accounting, doing it all along, working so hard at something, and then one day you have this realization that it's just not me. It's not what I want to do. Opportunity came to go overseas with you guys, came and learned a lot of things on that trip. And I made it a thing to, when I get back home, to do things for myself. And now, like, I've created a lifestyle where I can do everything I want, things that I want. You know, I've got a newly acquired passion in dancing, which I only figured out overseas, thanks to going overseas with you guys.
Did you really figure it out overseas?
Well, no, that's when I discovered the music and seeing people dance. Yeah. And then ever since I saw that, I was in Italy. No, sorry, we were in Spain. We're in that club with 7 levels that I was busting chops to go to. And I remember everyone was in the house or the R&B room. And I went for a walk on my own upstairs. And I went to the Latino room, right? And there was a bachata song on there. And I hear this song, so I said, oh, it's a cool song. But then I see everyone dancing to the song. And then I was just blown away. And that's what pretty much changed my whole perspective of life in that moment.
Yeah, but it can.
So now, like, I've got the business and it's not so much that being passionate about the business, like what I actually do in the business, but it allows me to be passionate, to work for myself, to grow and to create a lifestyle how I want to live.
Yeah.
So that's
for those that don't know, Rob, what's your business, man?
Traffic control company, so Flow Traffic.
Flow Traffic.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Flow Traffic.
Shout out. Yeah, you've got one of the employees right here.
Yeah, just came from the ship just then.
Yeah. Knocked off. Now he's with the boss. Damn, you got any words for the boss?
You saw it.
I haven't even looked at him.
But why does your paperwork says you finished at 7 p.m.?
Yeah, well, Blue, you know what it is.
It's a meeting technically.
I've learned off the wog himself. So, I've become one now. So just keep
kudos, man. Kudos
keep
to
holding
you.
him.
I think it's just about finding yourself.
Yeah.
Once you find out yourself and being honest with yourself is another.
But even
big
you,
thing.
like right there, like you just said, how your passion is dancing. You love it. Like you're not making money out of it.
No, I don't.
But
Obviously,
you're still chasing it.
100%.
You know what I mean? And I've always given.
love the
I've
challenge.
always given you props for that because you're a guy who you're like me in my sport where you're constantly searching for the next step, how to get better. And you know, I got to give it to you. You're committed to your craft, and that's why you're able to achieve your goals. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like, where do you see you got yourself going next with this stuff?
With the dancing, who knows? I'm just gonna just keep working hard, just trying to be as good as I can because it's happiness. It makes you happy. Dancing makes you happy. So the better you dance, the happier I am. So that's why. That's trying to improve.
Yeah, nice.
When I went to that Tropicana, the Tropicana festival the other week, you know, usually when I see Rob perform, he's always got the smile. When I saw him perform that final where he won, he had that look on his face. We're like,
No,
He
yeah.
still actually fucking enjoys what he's doing.
Yeah, he's on a
I've got to
high.
give
No,
it to
no.
him.
The day I knew that he was definitely hell bent on it, and I honestly gave him respect. Like, I'll openly say it. So I sometimes
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
it and I'm
I'll
like,
I'll put my hand up on that too.
and I'll be like, bruv, you know what I mean? Like, you're wearing fucking crystals, you know what I mean? Like,
Bro, you're in tight
but,
pink,
you know,
bro.
yeah,
What's
I know,
going
hey,
on?
and me, I'm a hero, you know what I mean? I'm wearing a bum bag, I'm wearing, you know, I'm a hot shop, I got the gold chain, how you doing, you know? But then I watch Robbie out there, but like I said, you have to give credit where credit is due.
100%.
You know, like I say, like with Eddie, sometimes I get it. Oh, what's going on with your hair, bro? But I give credit to Eddie because he's a fucking cool dude. And Eddie's like, this is me. I don't give a fuck who you are.
And even Sav with his jacket.
Oh, hey, come on, man. Like, you know, you want to talk about a cool man's a freezer, you know what I mean? He's like, fuck, bro. You know what I mean?
Practice staying
Like,
right
no, but
though,
what I'm
baby.
saying, and that's how you know a
Freezer.
motherfucker's cool, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because he is him. And he's like, I don't care if you don't like what I do. This is me. And that's where you got to end. With Robbie, sorry, back to my point. Man, this guy's calling me and going, when are you going to Melbourne next? I want to go, you know, train with someone over there. He's doing bar classes, stretching classes.
I guess as
going to the
boys as well,
gym.
like looking from the outside in, it's like, you know, we're a tight knit group, and we like breaking each other to see how much you really actually
Yeah,
like
you know what I
it.
mean?
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
I
me and
get-
Rob didn't talk to me for a month because I hazed him about dancing.
yeah, you know, but
Then I'm like, okay, he actually really likes it.
yeah, no, he does.
And then you know what? I was one of the first ones to buy a ticket, and I stayed right to the end
yeah,
Respect,
to show him,
man.
man. To
Yeah.
show him, like, fuck, bro, this is you now. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
You've earned the
100%.
stripes, and I'm gonna back you.
That's why I went.
Like, it's not just the, you know, there's a bit of words there that you guys doing this to get girls. What's going on here? You know, what's the
I
real
still
purpose?
hardly think that's the reason. I'm not gonna lie.
The
Once
boys-
again, back to the sub bashing. Hey, it's why anyone does anything.
I want them. I came, but I knocked the ticket off for you.
But now you just admitted it. Now they're gonna fucking send you an invite.
No.
Look at it.
Yeah, but some,
No.
some of these places, they don't honour a concession card.
I know it's fair enough.
Well, I mean, what are the low
Hey,
income people?
Life's a
I
hustle,
have-
man. Life's
I
a
have-
hustle.
I have mental health issues. I can't go to work. All right.
Life's a hustle, man.
I took a week off as well, Blue.
Fair enough, man.
Well, you know what I mean.
No, well, like I was gonna say before is you know, when you go like drive around at 5 o'clock in the afternoon when everybody's knocked off, and you look at some of the people that are driving in those cars, they are fucking
Yeah.
miserable, man, because they're living
Defeated.
That life. Yeah, they're like.
I was one of
driving
those.
and
I
they're
was
like-
one of those people, man.
You know what I mean? And then you know, you look at the guys that are at this table, you know, fucking just doing it, man.
And can I say, like, and we're not saying because you're in your car, because you work an office job, you're more miserable than it. We're not
No,
saying
yeah,
we're
yeah,
better
no,
than
no,
you.
no, yeah.
What we're saying is, if you're sitting in that car and every day you get in that car for the past 2 years, going, "What the fuck am I doing here, man?" Like, that's when we're saying you're defeated. But if you're like me, man, I'm not gonna get on a plane, like especially the last flight, I got to fly all the way to America. I don't know if I'm gonna get stuck in quarantine. You know, like I'm panicking, I'm shitting myself, and spending all this money. You know, I'm about to get into a cage and fight some fucking 2-time war. I'm shitting myself. And then then when you do it, so what I'm saying is you have to grind to do something great.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that a point, like just because you're in your car thinking, like not every day is great for us. yeah?
Of course not.
Let's admit it. You know what I mean? If some days you wake up and you think, what the fuck am I still doing
100%.
this for? You? He's probably the only one who does it.
I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, you know.
I wake up at noon. I live with a wealthy baron. I'm not even. I'm not wearing clothes. I don't need to.
You know, back to your point, Tony. I think a lot of people in that situation, it is tough because they think, well, that's not reality. That's not reality. But they don't realize that you create your own reality. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
So-
And I think once again, I speak of this a bit lately. I've been having to doing a bit of work, like look into it. Is the schooling system? You know, I mean, it's so backward and flawed. Once again, it's the information we receive.
Well, we tried to get you to go to Thomas More. Like, I feel a lot more kids would relate to Tony's story
100%.
than the speakers that they
Yeah,
get to come to
yeah,
the school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
You sit around here. I wasn't a straight A student.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I wasn't either.
Do you know what I mean? I've got a university degree. You've got a
yeah, I've got
university
one.
degree. You've got one. You went to uni. So did you.
He beat uni.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he beat the system.
Yeah.
I was a good kid. I used to get
but even
good
you know,
marks,
we
but
went to
they
the school.
fucking
The
hated me.
Yeah, we went to the school. We hit them up, and they're like, "Yeah, I would love to." You know, he's kicking goals, but at the end of the day, what happens? Bam, you can't do it. Why?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't
you-
fit the
It
mold.
doesn't fit the system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why. Sorry, before you just jump in there, Rick. That's why I said that point before. Denzel, I'll shout him out. Is information is powerful, but being misinformed is dangerous because the school will tell you that Robbie, you should have stayed at an accountant. You're an idiot for leaving your job. And a lot of people told him that. A lot of people told him, Rob, what are you doing? You're crazy. But Rob sits there and goes, I'm backing myself in, man. I seen something different. Yeah, like I got out of the confine of Australia and I went to a 7-level club in Barcelona and I fucking seen Madrid, sorry. Passion. No, but I seen passion. It was like the day when Seth took me to Dean Lister's and I seen those guys train and I met that guy from Mexico and he drives over the border every fucking day to San Diego to train, to chase a dream. And I was like, am I really doing enough? That is fucking love for your sport, man. And that changed my life. That was my life-changing moment when I met that. I forget his name. I don't know, Juan maybe. I don't know. I don't want to be racist. Nah. But he drove over the border every day. Do you remember him, Sav? He drove over the border every day. He worked in San Diego. After training, went to Dean's gym, trained, and drove back to Mexico. You know,
and you got to think about what's in that guy's head.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he doing that trip every day?
Yeah.
Because he's got in that back in his mind something so messed up.
Yeah.
He needs to get out of.
And relating to more my area is fighting. And I tell any young fighter, I'm like, there is, like I said before, you don't make the state team and then go into the UFC. There is nothing like that. This is such a scattered path to the top. Like today, I could be getting a phone call in the next 5 minutes saying I'm fired. I could be getting a phone call in the next 5 minutes telling me I'm about to fight for a world title. The life I chose is not. There's no.
It's out of your hands.
Yeah, and that's what I tell any young fighter and any person chasing a dream is. Like a dream is far. Trust me. If you can grab it within a day, it's not worth doing. Trust me. You want to do something that fucking like drives your passion crazy. You know what I mean? But anyway, you boys going. Sorry.
He's got things to. He's got that's
That's the coal. Is that the coal?
But you know what I mean? Because I mean, for me, I know for like I sat down with Chattree. I went into his office, man. This millionaire. And I sat with him, bro, and I was shitting myself, man. But I was like, I know that this means it's right. Like, I have to sit here with this guy, and I got offered a contract to change my life, man. And it changed my life forever. And if I could pass that message to any young guy, if it's scary, it's the best thing to
You
chase.
grabbed that when you created that opportunity yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You went to him, and then, you know, gave you the opportunity, but you had to create that opportunity.
Yeah. And, yeah, you know what I mean?
That's like, again, putting it into context is you put your balls on the line for the company.
Yep.
That you're trying to build today.
For flag traffic, mate.
Yeah.
I remember the phone call I got when I spoke to Rob, because obviously, you know, he's old man and Rob, and he was like, bro, is this something you really want to do? And I was like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's the mentality that you've got to have, is risk taking.
Yeah.
What the fuck do I have to lose, bro?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid to fail.
Yeah.
If I fail, I'll learn something.
At least you
know
fail
what I
at something you love doing.
And exactly, you know, like,
But everyone fails, but everyone does, man.
Is it a fail or is it a lesson?
Yeah, that's right. And it
You know what I
depends,
mean?
but it's perspective. Do you see it as a loss, or do you see it as, all right, maybe I just wasn't good enough?
You learn,
that
you
time.
fuck up. Everyone
I'll
makes
try
mistakes.
again. You know what I mean? And it's educated. You know what I mean? It's educated, assessment in life, and have a go at it. And you know what I mean? Not everything can be a victory. Like I always said, and once again, back to when I talk to young fighters, I tell them there can only be one world champion at a time. You know what I mean? Think about how many fighters are in your
Do you
division.
want it all to be a victory?
Yeah, and that's another. And that's,
That's what you were saying. Is it worth a dream? Is it worth chasing a dream that's you're going to accomplish in a day?
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, the big example for me, for my martial arts experience, was when I was boxing. You know what I mean? I boxed and I was fighting, like, honestly, some guys, and we speak about it. You know, there was one guy I fought at. What was his record?
It was like 13 wins, 64 losses.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I remember getting him because I was meant to fight another young guy, and he pulled out on the day, and they could only pull that guy together. And I remember just going into that fight thinking, the fuck is this old guy going to do to me? Like, it's embarrassing. Like, I don't want to be here. This is the worst. Like, this isn't martial arts. Like, I'm fighting a guy. Like, I know anything can happen. And he even split me open. I'll give him that. You know, I mean, he didn't bust my eyes out of bitch on me. But you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have that hunger. Because once again, it was like we said, I'm not scared. So I was like, it's not worth going for. And then when I went back to my MMA, like, I was like, bro, this shit's scary. You know what I mean? I'm in a cage with some guys.
Well, someone shat their pants last time before, and it wasn't you.
Yeah, no. I mean, you know what I mean? But it's like, that is to me is the perfect analogy of it. Is like when I'm scared is when I'm going to bring the best out of me, and it's done.
For me, it's when I'm challenged.
Yeah,
I feel like once you hit the point, because everyone goes, oh man, like, you don't stop, like, enjoy it.
Yeah,
there's no time to enjoy it because there's always someone else that wants what I've got. Do you know what I mean? Not necessarily what I've got, but working towards something. You know, there is competition and there is this. There's always going to be that. Once you stop, man, they keep working. Do you know what I mean? You can't stop no matter what the fuck you're going
And
through.
can I just say,
Like you said the other day, the sun goes up tomorrow,
Yeah.
man. You know, so if you're down or you fuck,
yeah.
nah,
tomorrow's
there's a-
gonna come no matter what.
Yeah,
but-
tomorrow's
but
gonna
can
come.
I just say, you as a person, do you find that the hard pressure of life is what you enjoy? Like, do you enjoy like going out?
Yeah, you got to,
constantly breaking
Bro,
through.
like
you don't want to take a day off. That's not fun. You
No,
want to
no.
break barriers.
It's even on your days off. Like, I know I've taken a week off this week just to fucking reset. There's so much we need to do for the club. You know, there's
He's
not
also a club owner too. You know
no,
what
I
I mean?
don't own a club.
Well,
Let's relax.
sorry, you're a what would you call yourself?
I'm part of a team that runs a cool Latino night. Put it
Yeah.
that way.
But
you
you've
know what I
been
mean?
no, but you've been involved in clubs a long
Oh,
time.
yeah,
So what
my-
would you call yourself? Like a promoter?
from
MC.
nearly half of his life.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
been in the
saying,
clubs.
and he's done a good job, and that's why I'm
He's
saying
a
once he's a guy I've wanted.
Professional hustler.
yeah, you could say that. Look, a lot of my stuff is behind the scenes. You know, I've done a lot of work behind the scenes that probably not even many people know what I've done, which is cool because I don't do it for that.
Well, yeah,
You know
I
what
mean,
I
you're
I'll do
one,
it for myself.
and you've done a great job of promotion. I mean, I'm a guy of as you can see around this room. It's most of it comes from you. Like the Spartans, the logo, everything is your like.
Yeah,
vision.
that's just
You know
something
what I mean?
that's, you know, I've
And-
learned that through the I guess,
Trade.
the trade, just the work life. I did study, you know, I'm a graphic designer by trade. I went to uni for that. It is a passion.
He does it all.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But one thing I just want to quickly say: how much do you think the university degree backs up what you do?
Man, I think it's definitely something that saves me a lot of money. The university degree, because marketing is such an important aspect of business today. Do you know what I mean? I can do it all.
Yeah,
I
but
can
what I'm saying is, without that university degree, can you still do what you did today?
Put it this way: when I was in first year uni, I already had posters in the advertiser,
Yeah.
and I was doing all of that shit. My
So
lecturers were looking
just
at me
wanted
like,
to-
It come from passion before it come from.
I
what
just,
you
wa-
learn at
I
uni.
just wanted to make a point that the system's flawed. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't need it. Eddie didn't need that. That's what I wanted to make a point.
it was more
there.
so, you know what? Uni was a cool thing to get that photo with my old man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
for,
but
to
you-
have my
shit.
name called out.
Oh, what a reason
That's
why
an
to go to
expensive
uni.
Photo.
Yeah, like-
It's a-
You
yeah.
should have just told Dad, man. Like, dude, this is
I'll Photoshop
You're a
my
graphic
mum.
designer, man. You should have just printed out.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know,
But that's all, man. You know, like, just like your old man. You know, fuck, they couldn't go to uni. Their dream was, fuck, I want my kids to go to uni. So, you know, if I could make my dad proud for that, then hey, you know, the old man deserves it. But unfortunately, Dad, I own a streetwear store now.
yeah. Hey, I'm
But you
sure-
know, I worked in the graphic design
but I'm-
thing. And
can I
I've done
just-
that office lifestyle,
Yeah.
9 to 5, and it wasn't me, man. I
Yeah.
don't look. For me, as Rick would know, I don't take well to instructions.
yeah.
You know
I'm
what I
very
mean?
similar.
I don't
It's
like
all
being
about
told
lifestyle.
what to do.
But you've done a good job of in a sense is leading and creating in terms of like even you know and sometimes little brothers find that hard to, but like you know look at the effect you've had on your brothers. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come on. Rick found the passion, and you know what I mean. You help him get a career, like help him
Hey, look,
find the
yeah,
career.
just
Same
like
with it,
yeah,
your brother
yeah.
Vic.
The seed's planted, man. But I can't take all credit for
Yeah,
what they do. you know what I mean?
100%. You like the vehicle's there, but you got to get in and
Yeah, of
drive
course.
it.
I think
But I'm-
obviously
Almost like Sav to you.
Yeah, no, 100%. Sav, honestly, and I openly said this is as a junior fighter. No, but me as a junior fighter, honestly, my favorite fighter, and I used to tell openly, was Sav. I used to look up to him like, fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, of course.
He is a tough fight. Look how tough they.
I guess,
I seen him smash some guys, man, like some real world class guys, and I was like, wow, man, if he can do it, why the
Even
fuck can't I do
As a
it?
kid as well.
Yeah.
Remember, I remember you telling me the story last week when you guys were doing karate and you had, you know, this black
Yeah,
belt.
yeah.
Just rock up late and then a 15-year-old kid just goes out and smokes him.
You cannot, yeah. And once again, you know what it was? It was information that was what's the word? Misinformation that made it dangerous because those people told
Being
us
misinformed.
Sorry, thank you. That black belt was the tough guy, and I was like, Sav's gonna get smashed, man. Like, don't do it, Sav. Sav looked at me and he's like, I know some information you don't know, and he went out there, and from that day on, I was like, oh my god, like I gotta know how to do that. And then, you know, and then admittedly, then he took me to, and me being the arrogant person I am, I went all the way to Northside and I said to him $1,000, oh, you can't beat me. And he fucked me up. And I was like, all right, well, now I've got to learn it. He's showed me a light that, you know, and I admit it. And every time I walk out, I always grab him just before I go out. But obviously not my fights, he's not there. And I grab him and I say, it's your fucking fault. It's your fault I'm about to walk out there, yeah? You know what I mean? Because it's like, you're the one who brought me all the way here. Like, you know, even though he's not there to this, like even my last fight, no one's there, you know what I mean? I'm by myself now. And, You know, but he's one of the last heads I think of. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. Why would he get me? Like my dad said about Uncle Frank. Why did he become a doctor? Now he's
Uncle
got me
Frank
in
is
there fighting. You know what I mean? But, you know, thankfully to a person like him, he did. And hey, come on. Give your brother credit. Come on, dog.
You know what? You inspire me too.
Yeah, and that's what we do.
You know, as you're over there doing your thing, you know, I like to keep training as hard as I can. I think, fuck, man, the Spartan ego is.
Yeah, I remember Sav saying,
I
said, Sav, why are you training? He's like, well, Tony'd be training, so
yeah,
fuck, something to
man.
do.
Yeah,
he's our guy, you know. So yeah, it's funny like that. Yeah, how he inspires.
Well,
Yeah, sometimes you don't even realize the
Effect.
You're too busy watching Kim Kardashian to get passion off her. She, you know, why when you've went, but then you've like someone like your old man, he's a grinder. You know, he's an immigrant. You know, your dad born in Chile? Yeah, didn't speak the language.
Political refugee,
Picked up his whole life, man, and moved here. Like that's ballsy, bro. My nonno did it. My nonna did it, man. Like that's
yeah,
balls,
they literally
man.
came here with nothing, bro. That's why, you know, honestly, you've come to the village we're from. Do you know what I mean? You've breathed the air, you've seen the terrain. That's why, man. Like you don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen where
You can't stop.
You can't. It
stop.
just means too much. It was like, fuck, bro. Like you think one business is enough. You know, one's this is like, nah. You know, the soccer, for example. When that club fell into my brother's hands, fuck, there was four players, and I looked at Rick and I said, Rick, I'm with you, man. If you want to do this, we'll do it, but it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, I'm not letting this go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Do you know what I mean? And
Passion.
Yeah,
And
once
I-
again, a passion,
and
man.
and I make sweet fuck all off of it, man.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but
it's
once again, that
single
was what
gone,
we were saying
but
before. It's a passion.
it's
You love
something
it.
within, bro. Like
Yeah.
now, bro, preseason come out. You know, it's honestly like it might
Shout the club. You haven't said the name. The Pitbulls.
The Pitbulls. You know, it's rewarding, bro, and it's not a financial gain. It's more like it's a feeling, man. It's unbelievable when you go out there and you see something that you've built. Yeah, fuck it. You've built from the ground up because it was nearly done. It was
A sense of satisfaction.
You know? And then with the first year Rick had it in charge, there was 4 players.
Got relegated.
Got relegated, all this bullshit. We didn't need to go into it. In the 5 years, what has it been?
It was a tough year, man. Like,
Has it been 5 years, Rick?
Don't want bad press, you know what I mean? But we won championships, man. Tell us about that.
came back up. We came
The
back
fucking
up.
streamers all fall down. Like, fuck, Eddie, when did you get
I
We were
remember.
One FC production.
I remember when you approached Lee and myself to play.
Yeah, because we were shorter players.
Shorter
You know what I
players.
mean? And that's the thing is like, fuck, we need help. Like Rick, you know, we need to do this. Let's hit up Lee. I can't train. I can't do this. Lee, just rock up and play.
Yeah, but
Robbie, just rock up and play.
Is that motivating to go from asking people to train to almost telling people can't? We've got no more
Bro,
spaces
it's unbelievable.
left. That's
crazy.
This preseason here, I rocked up, you know, and I've just like, what the fuck?
The club's got its own drum, for fuck's sake.
You know what I mean? There was honestly like 50 players at the first preseason.
I
thing.
mean, we spoke last night. I mean, what an honor it would be to have juniors, and you know, what I mean,
Oh,
for
that's
yourself.
the man.
I think even this year having an over 35s for us was
Yeah.
massive. So.
Hey, little baby steps.
Baby steps, yeah,
And
it's
you,
all
And
but
again,
you know, you finally you're fielding 3 teams plus an over 35s.
Yeah, so I don't want to take the show in this direction, but it's like we've all talked about, it's passion, and you know I've got to give Eddie credit for a lot of things because you know he's passionate about what he does. Like seeing him grow up, you know, when I saw him,
You finally got it out of him.
Well, yeah. you got to say it.
Yeah,
even
no,
though I'm a
100%.
cunt to him all the
Yeah,
time,
there's
but-
no problem with admitting, you know, when you
even when like you know me as a 10, 11-year-old seeing you know my 16-year-old brother pay for K-Swisses in literally coins that he had saved up all year.
Yeah.
He paid $200 shoes in coins, and he took those coins to the register and he was counting them, helping the lady count. And I was just like, you know, that's a hustle, you know, like that's a hustler right there. You know, he grinded all year for those pair of shoes, and you know what? And I think those shoes ended up in the dry creek. Yeah, we were riding our bikes and he got stuck, and his shoes got
it was terrible, man.
they might still be
he
there.
lost them,
Maybe
yeah.
over years they fucking like a fossil. In a couple of years, can't still find them.
Yeah,
but yeah, you do. You can find, you know, there's such a huge passion, and it's in little things too. Like you just said with the shoes, Sav. I mean, I guarantee he inspires a lot of people. Like people may not want to admit it, but
The
he
punters
does.
on here.
Yeah,
here
they
on the
fucking
weekly.
love him.
Oh,
He's
he
got
creates
you know, but even, hey, I
a
got to admit, even my
vibe.
older brother Diego, man, he used to jump on a bus every fucking morning, go all the way to fucking Flinders University and pulled off a law degree when he was
did
told
it.
in year 10 that you're going to be an absolute moron.
I was right behind him. When
You
that
know what I mean?
happened,
And
you know what I mean?
honestly, it's a story I use a lot about people. My brother Diego was told that he's a fucking moron and he's going to be a moron. You know, and he is a bit of a moron, not going to lie, in personality. But give him respect, man. Whatever, regardless of what happens in life, man, that's a moment in my life that I've actually got the photo here of him.
No,
like,
it's
got it
over
up
there. Yeah. I
You
saw
know,
it.
keep it in my gym, man, because it's inspiring to me, man. Like,
Oh,
my brother went from, being told he's an idiot to
I went to
being a
his
lawyer.
graduation. It was crazy, man, to think that he did it against all against all odds, man.
Yeah, man, like we
That
live
go-
in
that goes
source.
back, bro.
yeah.
Like the same thing, the same reason why. Yeah, he had that motivation, and the best thing for him was giving it to his dad, just
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
done with
yeah,
that medal.
yeah.
All you wanted to do was give that medal to your dad,
Yeah.
and that comes back from that. Hey, look, we live in, fuck. Well, we don't come from that bad of, I know,
Yeah, I know what you're
things,
saying.
but we could have, Sav, you could have easily, all of us, man.
Hey,
we
bro,
could have
how many
easily
could have
gone
easily,
down a
bro?
very wrong path.
Yeah, we don't know
Do you
what
know
key
what I mean?
come
Well,
from
where
years,
am
you
I
know what
now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we've all,
I
very
fell off
easily
the
gone through a
path.
wrong
Yeah,
path.
yeah.
And I think what kept us straight are the old heads, the old man, that fear that they installed into us.
And bringing it
Yeah,
back to a
fear.
similar what Sav said about if people ain't gonna let you go, if for the vaccine won't let you go to send your kids to school, be a good parent. That's what our parents were to us. They parent us. They didn't give us an iPad and say go sit over
Yeah,
there.
go sit over there.
And before you know it,
Nah,
the
it
kids
wasn't
looking
like
at
that.
porn on the iPad.
No.
Like our parents were actively involved in our lives.
Hey, like we all made mistakes. We fucked up, but the biggest fear was, man, I don't want my dad to
Yeah.
find out.
100%.
Do you know what
man.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just I
My
remember
dad broke
being,
a tennis racket over his knee.
I remember
so-
being in school and you walk in, there's a principal. He gives a
Over
fuck.
his knee.
over his knee. He got so
Fucking hell,
angry.
man's got it. He broke sticks over his head.
I'm over it. My old man's a cunt.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's a cool thing to touch on because I guess, hey, you know what I mean. Like we all come from different. Well, us guys are very similar walks of life. Robbie's also, but at the same time, he was in a. Let's be honest. When you're in a higher like earning area, the system's even stronger.
Yeah, yeah,
And
it was
Robbie
harder to break.
resisted. Robbie was like, nah. And here's a great example, and we'll shout him out. Adrian probably looks at Robbie like I look at Sav and thinks, fuck, man.
Adrian's in the process.
Yeah, he's in the but so was I. I was a timid. I was so fucking scared to fight when he used to want me to beg me to fight. And I was so scared.
Now you fought.
Yeah, and that's it. Now Adrian
You're
is
not in
rooting.
the process.
Adrian is rooting, and he is,
Well,
you
that's
know.
true. 18-year-old.
And if he comes through, if he comes through,
Man. Fuck it,
What was
dude.
that?
I told him that I'm
Schnitzels.
gonna be telling my kids this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
It's documented.
yeah. Make
The
it
sand
true.
management, though.
Sand management. Fucking,
that's-
seriously. Mate, age, fucking get yourself together. He is like he's like a schnitzel. He rolls himself in
He
the
crumbs
breadcrumbs.
himself.
He just crumbs himself.
nice.
And I mean, who the hell like
Oh my
goes
God.
home and then
all
wakes
right.
up
They need to dive in. You know what I mean? Like our listeners are gonna be like,
Oh, what's
schnitzels
going on?
crumbed. Like they're trying to work it out. But anyway, my point being is, hey, you know what I mean? And what I guess is a cool thing as you get older, when you see that, you inspire people. You know what I mean? Like your brother
Definitely,
just
man.
said to you. I just said to my brother. And him with Adrian, you know what I mean? And that's a cool feeling, I guess. And you would get it a lot probably in your shop. People would come
Let's
up
not
to you.
forget, I'm gonna-
He gets.
Well, what you asked me the other day is, why do you color your hair? You know what I mean? Why are you so expressive with your things? It's because reality is, bro, like everyone forgets, I'm an artist. You know what I mean? Design is what I do. So it's a form of expression. My tattoos is like, fuck it, man. They all tell a story. I don't have one random tattoo that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every single thing on me tells a story. If I could tell a story through myself, then that's me.
But you're an
It's-
artist. You express yourself in a different
visually.
way. Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
are.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can see in the way you live. Everything. Your car, the way you go to your house. You got the the neons. The finer touches.
Hey, it is the little
know?
things, bro.
And
It
it's
is the
like
little
me.
things.
Like people think I'm a Nazi and a madman with my gym. But it's the little things. Like don't put your shoes on my floor.
You know, like
man.
going.
Like,
That's the segueing back into the whole pitties thing is when we did get it over. I was like, Rick, if we're gonna do this, we have to do everything to a fucking T. Like we have to show
No
that
small details missed.
we have to show that we are much bigger than what we actually are.
And
Like we don't even have a fucking training pitch,
Yeah.
but we need to make it look like we've got the well.
you do.
And in 4 or 5,
This is our fifth now.
in our 5th seasons, we've won 1 championship thanks to Rico and the boys. Unbelievable team. You know what I mean? That's everything that happens on the park. That's 100% Rick.
And
know
the
what I mean?
boys, not just me.
100% Rick and the boys, of course. And we've gone from acquiring Hey, we had Steggles on board, huge company. You know, now we've got an even bigger company called Flow Traffic, major sponsors. You know, and we're sponsored by like, hey, you know, I don't want to say any much, but Nike's on board.
Yeah,
But you know what? To be honest, we sponsored you guys because not just because we're friends. It's because of what you guys do and how passionate you are.
Yeah.
So it's a credit to yourself.
Well, that's
and
why
then
Nike got on
That's
board,
why
right?
Nike got
Yeah.
on board.
Exactly.
As well. Like,
Because,
it's-
they were
Nike got on
impressed.
board
It's
to
a
us,
credit
and
to
they're
you
like,
guys.
don't change a single thing you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Which you would have done that anyway.
Exactly.
So
you know,
that's-
so that's that goes to
Yeah.
same with the clubs, man. The clubs you asked me this morning is like, but bro, you know, you take nothing and you make it into something. You know, it's a skill, bro.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is,
a
and
skill.
it is.
And that's, you know, segueing into the MMA world. You know, there's all these fighters and stuff. Hey man, if you need any press packs or anything, let me
Yeah,
know, man.
yeah,
Hit me
no,
up because
100%.
I can give you that blue tick.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, I can take you from.
Hey, and
hey,
I'm a product of it, man. I
what I
am.
mean?
You know what I
You
mean?
got the blue tick.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like people, you know, one of the people always say to me, bro, like your graphics are wild, your shirts are wild, your song. They love it. Everybody like gets a hard on for my song.
And-
Shout out to Young Jeeky, you know what I mean? He's not he's the third link here, you know, it's missing. But
yeah, that's a lot of people just think it is the hard work and that you break our balls to do all this stuff and you know Robbie's run around for you for years.
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
like we don't do this as a
and Diego also,
like,
yeah.
we don't do this as a we want anything in return.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the last fight. I was like, you know what, Tone, I'm jumping on board.
Yeah.
You know, let's
make
go.
it
Let's
bigger.
go.
Let's keep
You know,
going.
Yeah.
now it's time
We don't
to
stop.
go. We don't
Let's-
stop.
Yeah.
You know, when fuck it, bro, I got signed to 1FC. Let's go, Manila.
Yeah.
Let's go. Fucking press conference. This.
No,
and
I've got
that.
to
It was
admit,
amazing, man.
and that's why I've openly always said, man, like when you fight, man, you're alone. You really are. It's a one-on-one sport. But man, when you're in there, bro, and you know, all I can think of is everyone, like everyone from my grandparents all the way down to Robbie, you, Sav, you know, Rick, Vic, I'm talking,
we're all there. That's
Henry,
you know what I mean?
my training partners, and you look at this guy and you're like, you're not trying to beat me, you're trying to beat them, and I can't stand for that, man. Like I can't let you disrespect my people, man. Like I come from, like a pride thing, you know what I mean? And I think that's, a big passion of mine. And that's why, for me, I've no issue with Team Spartan, the family. Because it is, man.
It is.
It's a crazy sport, fighting. Because, Robbie played tennis. And you guys haven't played many individual sports. Have you? So Robbie played tennis, you know what I mean?
I've competed once in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? But you know what it's like when you're alone. You know your coach is there, man.
It's
but
you and your thoughts.
yeah, man.
Can be
Yeah,
a scary place.
You know, like you say, like I've never played a sports tournament myself. I feel like my whole me is from doing what I do as a profession is on my own.
Yeah. No,
You know
no,
what I
you
mean?
are on your own. Yeah,
Like
yeah, no,
I've
100%.
got the boys here.
Yeah.
But like,
But
fuck,
so is he.
if I don't
This-
drive, if I don't
yeah.
start driving,
Yeah.
they're not gonna go. Because
But so is he, and so is he. You know what I mean? This
like,
guy rocks up with his camera by himself. No one's going, oh, hey, Rick, here's the $100,000 that I owed you. Go do your job. Rick's like, oh, let me with the camera. What the fuck am I gonna do?
like
now I gotta
if
come
I
up with
want to
something.
eat tomorrow, it's on me.
Yeah, you know him. He's rocking, and everyone always comes up to me like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna come to your brother's gig." All the time they always say to me, I say, "You do realize whether you're there or not, he's still gonna play.
playing,
Like
yeah.
the guy, I want to see.
He
how
doesn't
long-
care.
Yeah, So, and then once again, that is passion.
You know what was
Yeah.
cool is leading up to your fight, I had a few customers like, they'd walk past and they'd be like, yeah, go Team Spartan.
Yeah.
And one kid actually walked in. It's like, oh, what's it like? You know, like,
Yeah.
I've remember I told you this?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's it like? What? Like being friends with the Spartan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean, man? Like, it's just Tony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
how we see Tony.
You know,
Though.
it's
that's
just
what
Tony.
I
I've
am.
known the kid since I was a kid. You know,
Yeah.
what do you mean? It's like,
No,
bro,
and-
but he is so like,
Did you tell him he's actually a cunt?
nah.
But
He's
like
a blue tick cunt.
Yeah. But I think the point is that
Certified.
we are so involved, and I've said this before to you many times. We are so involved in your process that we forget to step back and actually live like holy
someone
fuck,
else
like
what he's done.
Yeah, like what you're doing, like that moment there when we couldn't actually be there in Jakarta with you because of all this bullshit that's happening
Singapore.
was the Singapore was probably the first time that I was like, fuck, look at this cunt. Like, he is on the world stage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's when it hit. That's when it hit.
Still wearing the t-shirt, me and this, we had to press fucking hours before, and the shorts, and we're running around. Get my shit done, you fucking.
I was watching, just hoping these guys fucking stinkhole wouldn't just appear in the
Oh no! When he
shop.
told me that, he's like, "Oh, by the way, Tony, your pants might just rip off." I was like, "Oh man, like it's gonna happen. I'm gonna throw a punch, and my whole shorts is gonna tear off." And I'm gonna be standing there in my junk strap, like, ah. Yeah, the only guy who deal with that is Sam. Sam's like, fuck, good, these were too tight anyway.
Well, look, to be honest, he's done a lot of training, Bass Run style, in hotel rooms.
And you know,
No pants.
I got, you know, just quickly, because we'll wrap it up soon. But just quickly, you know, I don't like to make the show too much about myself, but you know, I do. And I want to give a massive shout out to every single one who's been involved, and I'm talking from Peter O'Shea to Don Mackay. You know, to you, Robbie, Rico, Vic, you know, even your uncles, man. Sometimes they see me and like that's what makes me want to train the next day. They're like, "Oh, the champ," and I'm like, "Oh, who, me?" And they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, man." Like, you see, so like, I'm talking every. That's what I mean.
Sure.
I think of it all. Like I really do, man. Even that kid in Chanel, man, when he's treated me like a royalty, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like
Chanel's the village back then.
yeah, that's it. You know, and even that is like they're. I even think about people like that when I'm fighting, you know, because it's not just the immediates who are right in front of you at the time. Like, I don't ever forget Peter O'Shea. Like Peter is a guy I haven't seen in a long time, and he's a massive shout out. Leo, guys like this, man, that I've been training.
Jenkins.
Yeah, Jenkins, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he taught. No, but he did, man. He taught me down a whole nother path, man. And you know, without these people, I wouldn't be where I am today. Even Boyd from Phuket Top Team, all those sort of guys.
The crazy thing is, Tony, just quickly, we talk about Lee. You say thank you to him because he's shown you this whole new path of boxing, and you know he's changed your life in that regard. But knowing you and being involved in you has helped him change his life.
Yeah, but
so,
if any of us can, and that's what I think as a friend you got to do is give a positive effect on someone's life. And when you're not giving that positive effect anymore, it's sort of
What
like,
are
Are they
doing?
really
yeah,
friends?
you know what I mean? It's like a Sav, we'll talk about it in, you know, plants, you know what I mean? Like you give it a bit of plant, it grows more. You start to give it something bad, it's going to die. You know what I mean?
I think the main that familiar shirt that we made for you, that was probably one of the best selling ones we did.
Yeah. And people love it.
People love
I
it.
get even like the full-on Aussies going, yeah, familiar.
You know?
They love it. They love it. They love the word.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, oh,
Because
man.
I guess they can see it, man.
it
They
stands
can
for
see-
something.
yeah,
It stands for what we are.
It's authentic.
That's right, and that's exactly why I love wearing that familiar thing, man. Like, two things that I love wearing is familiar and my name Caruso. Like, to me, that's why I do it. You know what I mean? To see my name up in those lights, man, I just think of my nunu, and I was like, fuck, man, I did it, man. You went from like the village of, you know, Calabria, like eating rats, man, to like I took the name to there. Like, that's my dream. That was my passion. And you know, and when I see everyone wearing my shirts, man, it's fucking like. You know what I mean? It does. But I don't want to make it too much about me. I don't want to talk too much
Well,
about me.
I guess it's good to hear, you know, for the next up and comers. You know, you look at Evan. You know, like we rocked up. Hey, Evan is a good kid. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
man,
we,
he appreciates the support. Let me tell you.
when we rocked up to that fight, I had no, you know, like, you know, Trent from Diamondback, good bloke, comes to the shop. Shout out to Trent.
Got to get
you know
him
what I
on.
mean?
We're planning on getting
He's
him
a good bloke. And you know, fuck, Evan put on a show, schooled him, like you guys spoke about that. But give him a little taste of the love we have for you. You know, and that's
I loved it. I got to admit, and I don't know if he noticed too much, but when I walked down, I seen all you guys going off, and I'm just like, oh man, this is so cool because I'm like, I know exactly what he's feeling because I can imagine. I remember when I used to walk out, and I'd see all you cunts go. I'm like, I gotta fucking get in there and kill someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good. I got to admit that was the weirdest thing about Singapore, man. Because the first time in my life, I'm like. Where are my guys, man?
Don't worry, bro. We held it down here, man. I
No,
grabbed
I
them.
know,
I was
you know
like,
what I mean? So for me, you know what I mean? I could imagine for that young guy, man, that passion. So
And that's the thing, bro. Like if you know, they can see, fuck, it's not just a one man thing because it's not.
no,
It's
no,
not.
it's
They
not.
need to have a team behind them.
Yeah.
And yeah, look,
And that-
without you putting in the hard work and showing that you really want to do this, I wouldn't give a fuck.
And can
about
I
doing
just-
That's
this
the
stuff.
same reason why
Do you know what I mean?
always did everything.
yeah.
Without questions, man, because you see how hard he works.
Yeah,
but
but
that's-
that's the hard work. So if you guys want to, you know, make your friends believe in it, put in the
Show
hard
it.
work.
And
Show it.
that, one thing I gotta say, one thing I dislike about social media for fighting is everybody watches us and like, oh man, you got the best. Why can't I do that? And you get the fly to America. I'm like, bro,
Your
you
lifestyle.
can do it. You could do it, man. Trust me, it's not hard to do it, but man, do you have the balls to do it? Like Sav went into the MMA world, and you know what I mean. He's a guy that didn't get to go where I got to go, and I'm still nowhere anyway. Like I'm looking at Robbie Lawler and shit, man. Like I want to be that.
At least
good.
you're training with
Yeah,
those blokes.
you know what I
Do
mean. So my point is, you know what I mean. You can do anything you want in life, but
Fucking
you gotta
oath.
have the like we were saying. Well, if you're the guy sitting in your car right now, listening to this, driving home from work, the job you fucking hate. Change your life, man. It's worth it. Trust me. You know what I mean? Like, look at the friends and the stories we got. And trust me, this is only an hour conversation. But we have so many stories and tales to tell. And, you know, we're
I guess
passionate.
credit to this is we started this at 2 o'clock on a Monday afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
2
man.
o'clock on a Monday afternoon, we get a phone call. Come here.
Yeah.
That's the like we might not be rich with money or whatever. We're working towards that. Hopefully one day it comes. But if it doesn't, we're rich in a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Going
mean?
back to what you were saying, Tin, you know, in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can get that call and you got to go to the States.
Yeah.
You're prepared. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck, get me out of here.
Yeah, man.
It's like-
I'm dying to go. Like, you don't understand.
And
Hey,
like-
chat to if you hear this, like, seriously, 28th of April, let's do it, baby. Like, you give me someone, give me time, I'll take anyone on, man. I'm ready.
And like we were saying before, is, you know, you tell the guy that works at 9 to 5, look, you got a life-changing opportunity. You got to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Got too many bills. Wasn't it?
Misses the kid.
Just go back to that Africa call and fuck,
Yeah.
bro. I want let's do something crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When was it? It was like a Monday. We come
Yeah.
up with the idea. That Friday with bags
On a plane,
packed.
man.
Let's
On
go.
a plane to
Boom.
Africa, man. And it's a credit to you. And I got so much. You the same with America. You know, Robbie, I just can't ever forget that when he got out the van in Chicago, man. I remember being so rough in the gym and, you know, stuff like that, man. It gives me a respect back to you. Because me and Sal, we sit there, man, we're always going to do it. We're fucking idiots. We don't care. We'll just run amok like, but when I see like, someone else with some, you know, some big buddies like that, I'm like, yeah, dog, they're the guys that we're going to ride with. They're the ones you're going to ride
For
with.
sure,
you know?
for sure.
And, you know,
And like, you know, unfortunately, like we've only done Jakarta together.
You and I.
Yeah.
Interstate trips, but overseas Jakarta.
It's more to come, baby.
oh, yeah, for sure.
I remember you in Jakarta.
I'm building a boat. They can go to hell.
No,
What happened?
that stays behind closed doors, bro.
Yeah, we'll shut the door on that one.
Fucking.
Eddie in Jakarta.
Baby girl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, boys, we'll wrap it up there. That was
Fucking
cool.
oath.
Edit that out.
But no. I quickly would separately like to have both these guys on anyway to talk more about their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be cool. We always have Uncle Sab on. He's our go-to.
He's your Trev Marmalade.
Yeah, literally the special comments
I
guy.
want it like the little rugrat on Hey Hey Saturday.
Oh, the guy who does the
Yeah.
lap head.
No, what was that?
Or
I thought it was
Donny
April.
off the Wild Thornberries.
Oh.
I reckon we'll start wrapping it up there.
Hopefully we'll have Ryan Cooper on next week.
I know,
all
to
right?
talk about his
Sorry,
sport.
Ryan. You know, I wanted, you know, it was just time thing, but that's all right. Rico's a
Logistical
busy man.
issues.
You know what I mean? So hopefully next week we'll have Ryan on for his win, and we'll
Yeah.
tell us all about his win, about knocking someone out. So Ryan, we're
Ryan,
Go,
all the
Ryan.
best this weekend, mate.
yeah, Ryan, all the best, man.
Go,
So-
Ryan.
Before we shut out, our next event is March 27th at the Producers Bar. If you want to get down and dirty, we do a Latino night called Limon y Sal. It's probably the only place in Adelaide where people actually go out and have fun. They're not. What did we say Saturday night? Just sit there taking Instagram photos. There for
Yeah,
a-
it's an
Just to
event.
be
It's
seen.
definitely
It's
a
like
party.
you go there and you don't want it. You go to
It's a
Limoni
party.
Sal and
Let
you
your
don't want to
head-
be seen because you're just having
Let
too much
your
fun.
hair
Be
down.
image-based.
Yeah,
Image-based.
there's no need to look like a supermodel or a superhero.
Just go there and have fun.
Go there, let your hair down, and enjoy yourself.
And also a shout out to the Pitbulls. So anyone who plays soccer in Adelaide, you know,
We're coming.
that's it. No, but you know they're a good club. You know they're looking to start juniors soon. They've got their squad's growing more and more. So if you're a good player, hit them up. And then Flow Traffic with Robbie. So you guys, any of your flow needs, traffic needs, flow needs. Hit up Robbie and the boys.
Get your CD and get your shoes from Fairfax, Shop 5
Hot to the
Stephen
touch,
Place.
baby. Hot to the touch.
Hot to the touch. Subsworld, subsworld.com. Jump on
The
and
newest gospel, man. I'm telling you, will fix weak cunt up in a fucking heartbeat.
all right, boys, done. See you
Thanks,
later.
guys.
Sorry, what's-